Hi everyone, it's me again. I'll put it this way. This is my fourth time trying to do this video. And I know somebody doesn't want me to get it out, but I had a long talk with God and etc., which I'm not going to say who. But anyway, don't think that you're going to stop me from getting stuff out, because I know what you're trying to do right now. But like I've said and others said, it's getting returned back to sender immediately, like instantly, now. And I even said, everyone has all the evidence and that it was okay. Well, I gave the okay. I don't know what, my team and spiritual team is going to do. You're all going to go down. But the reason why I came on is I said it a little bit in my other videos. Until I'm ready, to speak up about everything, I have to wait. But this kept coming up, and I sat here and I listened. They wanted me to bring it up because someone, I don't know who, they didn't say, and one, it's none of my business. So if it resonates, it resonates. I'm not talking about anyone particular. I'm just putting it out there. To have people be careful. And what I said in my other videos, you need to be careful what you're signing. Look into it. See if there's any or how many complaints about a company who you're signing with or whatever, and look into the fine print, because a lot of people miss it. Always have someone with you that knows about it, a lawyer, whatever, that you could trust. But this is about mortgages. And I am not saying that it's all of them. I am not saying who they are. or whatever. But it's about, mortgages. Two different mortgages that you can get. A regular mortgage and a reverse mortgage. Now usually, reverse mortgages are for whoever, but it's mainly for, elderly. But I will say, if you hear about reverse mortgages, and then, wherever you heard it from or whoever you heard it from tells you, oh yeah, whatever they tell you, then you go and tell an elderly, thinking that they, how could I put it, have their wits or whatever, not, that you can't see that they go back and forth, but you tell them about it. Don't do that. You look into it first and find out what it really is. And I don't know if that person, had one of them call. And because the elderly heard about it or was told about it, makes an appointment. You don't do that. Before you tell someone about it, you look into it. Especially if they have people living with them. And they have nowhere to go. Because this is how it goes. Especially the person who they send for the consultation, I guess it's called. I don't know. And the person that is living with the elderly, ask them questions that person already knew what the answer was. But the person who came actually lied. I said, oh no. Everything starts when the person passes away. And they tell you that they give you some, the elderly money to help with expenses and whatever, blah, blah, blah. And then, if the people who are living with them, pay something else, but, the mortgage, I guess, thinks that they're helping out, pays ahead of time before that person pays. And then you risk foreclosures. But when the person passes away and whoever lives here gets kicked out, or because they paid ahead of time for, the elderly, the house goes into foreclosure. And they don't care who they kick out. So whoever doesn't live with them, just say no one lives with them and you don't want the house. Well, whoever has the mortgage or whatever gets it, and they keep the money. But if you have someone living with you, and you can't pay for that mortgage, or take a mortgage out to pay for their mortgage, whatever, how it goes, you lose the house and you can't get another one because they keep all the money. So before you start, talking elderly people or whoever into signing, don't do it unless you look into it. You need to be careful. Again, what you're signing. Now, everything's supposed to start, whatever, which they were told after they pass away. No. As soon as they walk out the door. The interest, the principal, everything. I mean, within a month or whatever, and not getting anything to help them pay, within a month, it's the cost of a house, if you sell it. Well, that's if you get it. So how are you supposed to get another house? Because by the time the house gets sold, and whoever lives here, wants to move or whatever, they can't sell the house. They can't get that money to get another one. So I'm supposed to say, be careful if you're thinking about getting any mortgages. And also, say they have kids or whatever, you can't say that a parent or whatever has it. And first of all, these companies shouldn't have it public either. It's supposed to be private. People's information should be private, not public. Because in my other videos, when I kept saying, about fake papers, I knew all about it. You see, I knew to get it checked out to make sure to see if it was real or fake. And I knew it was fake anyway, because when I used to work with someone, I knew the difference between fake and real. So again, everyone, you need to find out, especially if you get stuff in the mail or wherever, how you get it. Make sure it's real or fake. And I will say, I don't know if you're paying people to do it, but I feel sorry for them. Well, not really. They're old enough. They should have known better. But again, I will continue to fix things for every mess that you are trying to put me in, and probably others. Now, when about 4 or 5 years ago, I'm not sure how long, but I know it's 4 years or it's 5. I mean, I'm still confused how this all started with this person, It's always about a man. And not one of you do I know who you are. Never met you. But then, a lot was going on because of the other groups I had to, deal with. I'm being sick, or I was hurt and with medicine and all, whatever. And call and, or text in all hours of the night, whatever. yeah, I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know what I was saying. Plus, I was told that I was talking to somebody. Yeah, I was talking in my sleep. I do that a lot. I mean, I'm glad I don't walk outside anymore. But, I don't know how many times, my dad told me he found me outside. But that's besides the point. Now I'm better. And I'm unstoppable. And there is nothing that I cannot handle. Because like I said, all of you are going down. And I think, you aren't in jail or prison, whatever God has for you and the team down here. Everything that you sent, you're feeling it. I think that's what they're doing first. Because you're still trying to send some more. It's going back to you right away. I told you, we're all highly protected. So if you're thinking of, whatever. Anyway, everyone needs to be careful of what you're signing and what you need to know. And another thing, which I'm not going to mention what the other one was, but I kinda mentioned it in another video. They might have worked at that place. And I said that they came here. But it wasn't for, a really good reason. It was because I turned spiritual. Or whatever. And I told you that I said that their mother passed away, blah, 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 whatever. I'm not going to get into it. They were fake too. And then the second time when they came, that one was fake. And because they played around with it, thinking that, what they tried to do and threatened me with, they're probably getting their karma too. It's ridiculous how people take advantage of people. Don't you think if you did things the right way, everyone would make out? It's not always, oh, you got to be better than someone. Why is it, people need to be better than someone else? Everyone has a talent their own way. And usually, if it's not working out or whatever, if you ask God, He gave everyone a gift. You just have to figure out what it is. If you think it's, you're singing, but you can't sing or whatever, well, duh. What are you supposed to do? You don't take revenge on people because they don't like the singing. You go and take lessons to teach you a better way of singing, or you find something else that you're good at. That's just an example. You try everything and see which one you like. Usually God will let you know. And plus your heart will know, because you love it. And the ones that are constant, conniving people, doing witchcraft, whatever you do, that's not a job. That's not, you love doing it, but that's not really loving something. That's evil and hatred. Know the difference. I don't know how many people said that I didn't have common sense. I was naive. I said all this, in my other videos. I was too quiet. I was this, I was that, whatever. I was all that for a reason, because I was, observing until one day, and I stayed quiet because I kept hearing, shut up. You don't know what you're talking about. So I kept quiet. And then one day, I said, one day, every one of you we'll know. That's all I said. And they kept asking, what's that mean? I said, I don't know. You'll know. Well, now everybody's going to know. Now, I will say, the ones that were nice, you know, but you still was under a fake name. So I don't know what God's going to do about all that. But, you know, I'm just letting people know about, you know, be careful what you're signing. And before you let people know about something or whatever it is, research about it before you let someone know. And then they make that mistake because they're elderly or, you know, and they do something. So I was supposed to come on to let everyone know. So, again, like I said, I kept seeing it, and hearing it. So someone out there is either thinking about it to get it, or someone told someone to get it. But I'm pretty sure they don't know about it, what's involved. Because, you know, like I said, even if you did want the house, it's not like you're going to go in there and, you know, you're going to sell it. Even if the person's alive. It's not how it works. And if you already knew that, then that's fine. It's not for you. I'm talking about the ones that don't know. Because if you don't, you know, like I said, whatever the reverse mortgage is, they keep the house. No matter what, unless you come up with the money. So, with that, it's like, I still don't understand. How would you make out anyway? You know? because the reverse, you know, the interest and principal starts as soon as they walk out the door, and by the month comes or whatever, it's already up to like, $300,000 to $400,000 already. Gee, I like to know how much, the principal and, all that is for it to be like that, just like that. But anyway, I like to know how, you could still make out or whatever. Like, if you don't live here and you try to sell the house, you get a mortgage to pay the reverse mortgage. But then you sell the house, but you still have a mortgage, but you have to pay them. Well, you took out to pay the reverse, but you sell the house, what it's worth, but it's the same amount as the mortgage. So tell me, how do you, I like to know how you make out. I mean, to me, it's like, if you didn't want the house anyway, but I'm, talking about if others live in the house. And just say they're going through what I'm going through. Where, I already said it. Somebody changed your license where you can't get it. You have no ID. Somebody stole your money. Couldn't work because you got hurt and you were sick, but you had others that you had to take care of. But when you started to feel better and was ready to go to work, all this happened. So, because I don't have an ID, I can't work anyway, because you need an ID. And in order for you to, get an income, you have to have an ID in order for you to go to the bank. Whatever. So, you tell me, how's that work out? If you tell someone to get a reverse mortgage or a mortgage, especially at that age, when a person would have been able to figure out how to do everything, which, I was paying everything. Well, until but I'm not going to get into all that, but something to think about. Not enough people know about, that. And again, it's not to the people that already know about it. Even if you know about it, you need to make sure that your parents or whoever don't just, sign to get one because someone told them. Without you being there. People need to, watch out for others or each other. It's about time that, everyone starts doing what really you're supposed to. Doing, helping each other. And not, trying to, take advantage of people, conning people, or whatever. And I said in my other video, to help yourselves, you need to go within. Get down to your inner child and learn. How did you, handle any situation when you were a kid? All kids know. And then work on the problem. Okay, how did it start? Okay, I'm not going to be like that. And keep telling yourself. It started out that I was only supposed to be on here to tell about reverse, mortgages, whatever. Be careful what you're signing. But now I'm getting all kinds of stuff to talk about it. But I'm also trying to keep up, stay awake. But like I said in my other video, I'm challenging people. Since everybody likes challenges. And I know not everybody. If it resonates, it resonates. Truthfully. If you know, I know the authorities and the FBI and my team and all that, and I know with my group that did this to me has done it to others. So I know my team, the authorities are involved, the FBI's involved, or whoever's involved. They have enough evidence. So, it's time to bring them all down because, it's ridiculous. So my challenge is, if people know and not involved and found out who's doing what and to who or whatever, speak up. And to the groups, well, I know, you're feeling the karma, and it's not my fault. It's whatever God in the universe has for you. So don't tell people it's my fault or whoever's fault. And thinking that you can continue to do it. Because the more you do, gets returned back to you. So if I were you, just, walk yourself to the police station and turn yourself in. Save time. But I'm going to say, people are going to start speaking up. And when I get the okay, I mean, all of yous will be caught, but, when I do get the okay, and when, God and the universe, publicly will expose, I will say each and every one. That's if they give me the okay. Because, like I told you, they're not telling me anything. I don't want to know yet. I don't want to know, even though I know who all of you are, but they're not telling me. So like I said, let's get back to all that. Just be careful what you sign. Be careful who, you suggest things to. And all that. And always make sure, especially when things are supposed to be private, make sure if you get something, make sure if it's real or fake. But really, just return to sender, whatever. Okay. Well, I hope this helps someone. And with the one or the group that keeps sending spirit, whatever. It's not like my team don't know. Even though the evidence is going out and all of you getting picked up, or if you go to jail or prison, whatever, and then more people find out, if it's the same people, whatever, more evidence will go out. So, doesn't matter. But I do know they have enough now. So, after that, if more comes in, well then fine. More will come in. And the ones that, other than myself, DM, my immediate family, my soul tribe, and whoever else. All of our teams came together and the ones who've been doing this got pissed at all of you and came to our team. So, like I said, you don't know who I know. We're all protected. So, more you do, faster it gets returned to you. And more new people come in, faster it gets returned to them too. So, before you even think about it, do a real job and make yourself better. Because I'm going to say, it is harder to scam, constantly do magic, whatever you do, torment, whatever. That takes more work. Instead of, being lazy and, taking from others when you can actually work at a real job or your own business or whatever. As long as you do stuff legit. I just don't get it. But anyway, I'm done. I need to go get more coffee to stay awake. So, wow. Whatever. I hope that helped someone. And it's, middle of the night here, almost morning, but wherever you are, have a great day, night, morning, afternoon, and always, be thankful. Love and light. Ciao.